like we do make your check come in. Disrespect to the wrong. I don't even try to touch you. Boy, this beat is crazy. This is hot and night. You
What's up with me, baby?
Hey, hey. Welcome to the CocoBump.com launch party.
Hey. Hey. Hey, you know I thought about it. I got y'all. We got them. You drink with them on this breastfeeding.
I'm there. We just got to put in a different cup so we don't get judged.
Oh, amen. Amen. Because we ain't here for that. Let's see you have on your page on Facebook right now. Who run the world?
Well, thank you. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hi.
Started on time. I just want to say.
We did.
For everybody who was like, no, they not. I got time. Let me go take a shower, brush my teeth, get my food, get my snack. Hello. Hi, Miss Adrienne Walker. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Alexia, your Coco Mom Evolved, and we are here to invite you to celebrate with us. We are having our CocoBump.com launch party. So this is going to be a time where you are going to get to know, the Coco moms that are part of this project. You are going to laugh, I'm sure. But before we get started, just a quick hello from the other Coco moms on the team. Let's start with newest to the Coco mom lifestyle, Mrs. L.
Hi guys, I'm L.
And Miss Jasmine.
Hey everybody, I am your Coco Diva mom. Hi everybody.
You make me so sick.
She was so bad. And last but certainly not least, T.
And this T, the E and the I is silent, and I'm your CBT mom. That's the crack baby tendencies Coco mom.
Oh my gosh. Oh God.
Just like gonna get it together all the time.
Now, when she says that, she is not presently indulging in those particular types of things. Hi, Blue Jay.
Hello, Blue Jay. Coco baby.
She got her bow in her hair. I know that.
Yes.
Hello to Aaliyah.
Hey,
hello there.
Hello.
We are so excited, ladies. So we launched, we checked in a little bit like around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And everybody was, getting some feedback. So let's just check in again real quick. Let's start with you, T. How's it been since our check-in? What's the feeds like? I saw you posted something too with your little teenager. So how's it like? What's going on?
Listen, it's been popping. Like, shout out to the village that's been sharing the posts and like resharing and tagging folks in it. Like, we definitely appreciate you. My teenager, she a whole teenager, so she was popping today and wanted the world to see because we don't go nowhere. So why not mess up and get posted and let the world know that she's my growing edge. She's the reason I'm a Coco mom. So
yes, that's beautiful. What about you, Jazz? What's your timeline been looking like since?
But for the most part, my timeline has been good. My niece, Jerry Johnson, had done went and reposted us and told all of the birthday moms to check us out. That was really, really good.
And that's our niece. That's our niece.
My bad. Let me rephrase that. Our niece, Jerry Johnson, reposted us all on her Instagram page to tell everybody to check us out. I'm just excited. Like, it's been a little quiet on my phone line, but that does not say that my Instagram and my Facebook haven't been popping, because it has been. So
it has.
They coming through. I already told them, come through.
Yeah. Come through. Okay, and Coco Mom, Blues Coco Mom. What about you? What's life been like since 1:30? What's your timeline been like?
Good. A lot of people are sharing, reposting, and I got like 76 Instagrams. So people are like liking and reposting from all the different Instagrams and stuff. So it's been like super good. A lot of people are like, I want to support. How do I buy? Like all this stuff. I got feedback on the site. Like people I didn't even think were going to go on the site were like, hey, cousin. People who I didn't even think were going to go on the site are like, oh my goodness, the site is so decent. Like it looks so clean. It looks nice. Like I knew you talked about doing some project, but I didn't know it was like legit.
Right.
Oh yeah, we all legit now. Come on.
They thought it was gonna be like I got the hookup. They thought they were gonna be like, oh no.
No. Yeah. I appreciate that, and I echo all of those sentiments. I'm with Jazz. My phone has been, sparing a little. We got our mom groups and our groups and stuff like that, so they've been engaging, but it has been on Instagram, on Facebook. I've even gotten a lot of emails about it, and I can tell you the people are going to the site, they are subscribing, which is exactly what we want. So it's a beautiful thing. We got cousins on the line and family on the line watching us right now. So everyone who is just tuning in, I'm Alexia, your Coco Mom Evolved, and I am here with the rest of the CocoBump.com project team. And we're excited. We're having our launch party, so we thank you so much for joining us. And we're not going to be
wait. Before we did say it was a party. So if y'all have not grabbed y'all wine or something to drink,
yes,
y'all can go grab it, okay?
Hey, bro. Hi, Brian.
And we also want to say, for those of you that are breastfeeding, those of us that aren't, we will partake for all of us.
Absolutely.
And for those of you who are breastfeeding, we're not encouraging it, but what I will say as a doula, that there are things you can check with your physicians and stuff to make sure, but there are ways to also experience the libations without having your child to suffer. I'm not a medical professional, but I can say as a doula, I can refer you to one to get a little more information, because I don't want nobody trying to I don't want to use
my license. I'm just gonna keep my mouth closed.
Right. You don't. I didn't go.
You don't say nothing.
You don't say anything.
I'm not a doula, and I read Google, and Google said a glass of wine a day keeps everybody at bay.
So we're super excited. Well, let's get to know a little bit about your about the project in and of itself. So, CocoBump.com is a love child. About a year ago, actually a year to the day. Today, a year ago, is when we got the domain for CocoBump.com. A few weeks prior to that, we started talking about the idea of it. I had shared a passion of mine with T and Jasmine, and they were like, "Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great idea. Let me know what you help with." And let me tell you, you want those types of Coco women in your villages. Not everybody has to be a mom, but you need those types of Coco village. Now, fast forward to the beginning of 2020. We got a lot going on. Blue Jay just entered the world here. Elle's got tons of things going on. And I tell her about the project, and she's like, and I want it. And tell me what you need to do. And tell me what I need to do to help. And there you go. And we have the beautiful Sophia Monique Perkins of beautyoflove.co to thank for our amazing website and our amazing logo. She is an amazing Coco mom. She's down in the Georgia area. So all your graphic needs, she is where you go. To get to her, you could even come through milestonepros.com. Right. Evolution in progress. But, I wanted to take just a quick moment to share that backstory, because we didn't necessarily think that it was going to happen this fast as far as a launch. But God in his infinite wisdom saw fit to give us the time to do so. Now, we don't minimize by any means the losses that we've experienced during this COVID-19 season. However, and on top of that, we saw an opportunity for us to bring to life, right? So we've experienced death, and we saw an opportunity that God gave us to bring to life this project. And that we did. And it was a journey We were meeting weekly. We were texting hourly, not sleeping daily.
Is a minute a word?
Minutely.
Right.
And it's just been a blessing. And I think that oftentimes we don't get a chance to show this. So I'm actually going to back into this. I was going to, yes.
And in the midst of all of that, I also just want to highlight and shout out, like in real time reality, like the momming, right? Because look down here at Elle, she's the mom. Blue done chucked up her lunch. You see what I'm saying? But I like, you know, wipe the baby down. She done put on a new bib and all that. But like, I need people to know that this is what's been going on in the midst of building this project. We have all been momming it and doing everything else behind the scenes in the midst of bringing this project to life. So Elle is exactly, her and Baby Blue just demonstrated all of that for everybody.
Right. Jasmine taking care of 2 grown kids. T and I have been doing remote learning classes. Elle's been bringing kids into this world and taking care of her own kids as a labor and delivery nurse. Right. And so all of us, to T's point, are, yes, you know, women. We are individual professionals as far as specific industries. We are also entrepreneurs. And then on top of that, we each have some level of engagement as it relates to like podcasting or vcasting or blogging. You know, Jazz and I, and then our Philly and T, our fourth.
Oh, I was waiting.
So it's important that you know that these opportunities are here. But ladies, got a question for you. Got a couple questions for you. But start. This week is actually Black Maternal Health Week. And so I'm going to direct this first question to Elle. Black Maternal Health Week. There's a lot that's going on. There's many things that women go through. How could we celebrate and be more intentional as moms? Because it's maternal health, right? So how can we be very intentional as moms, whether you're pregnant in those stages of pregnancy, or whether you're postpartum, what can we do? Or even if you fall into our area of compassion, what can we do to take good care of ourselves medically?
Good self-care, I think one thing is rest, which I am 100% like guilty of not doing. And I know that many other moms can identify, but legit, it seems very simple and it's a one syllable word, but it means so much to our bodies because if we're not well rested, we can't do anything. That's for if you're pregnant. That's for if you are a new mom. That's even for, like you said, those who have had losses. Rest is a very important thing because it helps to rejuvenate us. It helps to rebuild just our immune system and everything like that. Even with COVID going on and things like that, like we have to make sure that we're getting the necessary rest because if we're not rested and we don't have enough energy, we're no good to anyone else if we're not resting.
That's true. That's true. So get your rest.
And it doesn't necessarily mean sleep either, right? Because sometimes I rest but I'm wide awake and I'm just resting, like physically, like have my feet up, just spending some quality time with Blue Jay. So we may not physically be asleep, but my body is getting rest by being.
I love that. Question, T, for you, what's one of the ways that you do a lot? So let's pause for a minute too and celebrate our sister, our Coco mom T. She has been going through it over these past couple weeks. If you follow her or any of us, because then you probably see through her too, you know that she has been faced with an amazing testimony to overcome. And it's a journey that you've still been going through. So how do you presently, how have you been able to continue on, to journey on, even with everything that you've been faced with just these past couple weeks of July? How are you taking care?
Therapy. Doing therapy a couple times a week. My therapist, let me tell you, she probably gonna watch this, but let me tell you, she tried to tell me today that we could go to like once a week. I said, I have one good day and you gonna dump me like that? Like I don't. We have 2 good dates before we break up a little bit. And she's like, I ain't breaking up with you. I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you Monday. Like, come on, don't play games. But therapy has been like key. Definitely prayer, a meditation. I like to see the sunrise when I can actually get up to see it, and sitting by the water, just breathing. But I think for this project particularly, what kept me going is you guys, you ladies, and like you all pushing me to that point of like breaking through. And so I think even like with that, that has allowed me to continue to push through because it's hard, you know, and we'll talk later about, you know, what box I was working with and, you know, all that stuff. But, you know, I think the sisterhood and amongst everything else is what definitely keeps me going and has kept me going through this project.
Wow. And our self-care promoter, 100%. We hear her say all the time, self-care is not selfish. And she should know because she has had to embrace that same language herself over the years. And I am so proud to see how she has allowed that to manifest throughout her life, reconnecting with a son of hers. And I mean, just all stuff that you will get to know about these Coco moms so that you know that every box that's curated, every resource that you see, every affiliate that we work with, we are very intentional about. But Jasmine, our Coco Diva mom, what about you? Like, what's the way you've been able to take care of yourself?
So one of the ways that I can say that I've been able to take care of myself is having that me time. You have to find the me time. Again, as you mentioned before, that's one of my mottos. You know, self-care is definitely not selfish. We make a lot of sacrifices as parents, as mothers for our children. We go above and beyond for them. We will lose sleep. We will spend our last dime. We will sacrifice stuff for ourselves and not give ourselves something to make sure that our kids have. You know, by the grace of God, both of my children are older. But one of the things that my oldest will always tell me is that, hey, mom, the same way how you don't second guess if you're going to purchase something for me or you're going to do something for me, don't second guess it for yourself. So definitely finding that me time, taking care of myself, enjoying the luxuries for myself has definitely helped. Key T, I'm with you. I'm a firm believer of therapists.
Listen.
Okay. Having a therapist in your back pocket, like my therapist knows if I'm going through something, if I'm not going through something, I'm picking up the phone to call Ann. And I tell everybody they need to get themselves an Ann.
Listen, my therapist messed up when she texted me. When she texted me, I said, and save.
Listen, my text me as well too, even just to say, hey Jay, how you doing? You good? You need anything? If you want to talk, call me. You know, so definitely having a therapist,
right?
You know, having a really good sister circle, because I have an amazing sister circle. Moms, Coco women out there, if you do not have a good sister circle, you must get yourself one. Okay? Because I can tell you, our sister circle is amazing. Okay, we have our daily prayers, we have our motivations, we have our laughs, we have our giggles, like, and we have our new coming to pick it up.
And we have a new communication system.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to speak to the evolution in progress?
I was going to save a moment for I have some time for you to fill in with this new feature. That all of you. So I just, for those of you who are listening, if you are Android holder, please stay tuned. Stay with us. Don't know any. Tell them to come jump on and watch our live right now, because we got some big news for you for Android users.
Exclusive news.
You heard it here first.
Right now, CocoBomb.com.
Okay, we may have to remove ourselves from this. I don't have time for these.
We have that feature when Android says,
I thought you said remove. Okay, never mind. I thought you said remove you. I thought
when Apple says something.
Sorry.
When Apple says something. Listen,
I thought it was serious.
I just can't.
The Android codes the controls. You hear me? Listen. One button.
Another question.
I'm gonna call my little Coco link, and we're gonna have conversation.
Oh God. Never mind. I quit. Well, I thank you so much. I would say for myself, the thing that I've been doing most of, you guys know I agree. I'm a big advocate for therapy. Went through it when my mom passed, going through it now, went through it with my husband and I. We did premarital, postmarital, all of that. So yes, I'm big on that. I love my village. I love my Coco Sister Mom Circle. For those of you, again, cocobump.com is curating a community of Coco moms, Coco women. We want to be here for you, especially as moms, because we know, like we just talked about, it's a journey, regardless of what age your child may be. And we'll give you our social media platform so you can stay connected with us. But that is the goal, the intention. So besides the therapy, though, what I've been doing most recently and adopted is meditation, mindfulness meditation, and faith-based meditation. For me, I use an app that gives some great meditation with scriptural reference, and it's just awesome. And it helps me to kind of really center. And I do that in the morning, every morning, like clockwork. And so that I feel like has been my way of being more intentional about caring for myself. So with that being said, though, let's talk a little bit about the cocobump.com project itself. So we talked about where it originated. You can read all about us and the good language on the website. But we want to break down for you the boxes, the box items. That's our retail. There's a lot of other items you can purchase outside of the boxes, but the boxes are kind of like our go-to. So we have 3 stages of motherhood that we are supporting. We are supporting pregnancy. That's all 3 trimesters. We are supporting you postpartum. That's literally, you just recently had the baby, and you're trying to figure out what to do, or we just need to celebrate this new life. And then we have our compassion box. And I'm going to start with the compassion box. And share with everybody the compassion box, like some details about it, who it's really designed for, and why you were over that particular content project.
So first, let me just back up and say that the CBT stands for Crack Baby Tendencies. And so you asked me too many questions at one time. So can we start with maybe 1 or 2, and then we can kind of float into the third.
Okay, not a problem. Can you share with everyone? It was kind of, I probably used too many words. My apologies. I have a tendency to do that sometimes. Okay. But just share with everyone about the compassion box.
Oh, perfect. So the compassion box is actually a box that is made for those moms that have suffered a loss. And so that loss can be either a miscarriage, it could be an abortion, it could be a failed adoption, whatever way that they were going to mom, it wasn't successful. And so that's what the compassion box is for, that mom. And it took me to a whole lot of different places with even working on that box because I'm a sufferer. Well, not a sufferer. I am a survivor. Look, my teenager. I'm a survivor of.
Thank you. Tell her exactly what she is.
Well, don't get her started, okay? Because and this is my platform, okay? So, it's not our platform. Well, I'm live anyway. Excuse me. So I'm momming it too, and so I have had 7 miscarriages, and they have all affected me in all different kinds of ways. And I do have 1 live birth, my teenager. What's up? Right. That sounds so manly. And she's so girly. So anyhow, and so like it has been a whole mission of love, a mission of healing, even for me working on this box and trying to come and push through to the things that would have been helpful for me in my journey. And that's what we kind of wanted to make sure we had in this box. The other piece of it I think was very helpful with this box was to work with my husband on some pieces for the box, to realize that it wasn't just me suffering and going through the healing process for the miscarriage, but he shared 2 of those with me. And so I think it was very powerful for us as a couple to kind of sit down and come up with some tips for the couples that we have inside the box as well. And so we wanted to kind of bring both partners into it, or, if it's not 2 partners, then listen, you can wear both necklaces and burn bulk candles or whatever you want to do. Well, you do you, mom. And that's what the box is too, and to take healing in the steps that works best for you and the time that it takes for you. And one of the pieces of the box is a necklace with a time charm, well, like a clock face on it. And I think that was probably the more monumental piece for me, because my husband decided on it. And he said that healing takes time, so take your time. And I think that was the biggest piece that we wanted to make sure we got across with this compassion box, that healing takes time. So take your time, and it's not on anybody else's watch, but yours and God's.
I love that. Thank you so much. So again, for those of you who may just be tuning in, you are at the launch party with Coco Mom's Tea, Jasmine, Elle, and I, Alexia. And we were just starting to go over the boxes. And so we were just first talking about the compassion box and what it meant to T. T was the one who curated the content for the box, being part of that group herself, having experienced multiple miscarriages as well. Go ahead, T.
Forgot one of the bigger pieces for that box, if they decide to get it, was the t-shirt. The t-shirt, which L, bam, right there, right? And so the t-shirt was, don't ask, I'm healing. And so I think that was a big question, not a big question for me, but it was a big piece for me because, for the most time, there you go, don't ask, I'm healing. And so when I thought about that design for that shirt, I was like, what could have been helpful for me if I was around folks that knew I was pregnant before and then I came back and I wasn't pregnant? Because everybody has questions, everybody want to, ask around, but the shirt says it all. The shirt says, don't ask me shit. I'm healing. Give me that space to heal in my own space. And I hope I caught that. Earlier. I think I tried to self-censor. Oops, sorry.
That was good. That was exactly the way it should have been.
Yeah. But if you see somebody with that shirt, read it. Don't ask them nothing. They're healing. Respect that space. And that healing could be from anything. It could be healing from, the loss of your partner, the loss of your spouse, the loss of your child, the loss of, whoever you may be grieving. The shirt has universal meaning to it.
And I'm glad you brought up that point, because our amazing Coco mom, who, just so inspired by her. Again, like Jasmine said, she's the youngest of the group, not just in her being a first-time mom, birthing a child, I should say, but she's also the youngest by age as well. Getting ready to celebrate, what is it, 31?
25.
Okay, 25.
It's going to be my second annual 30th birthday.
Got it. But many of you who know our Coco mom, sister Elle, she is an amazing woman. We just said she just had her baby Blue, going on 6. Well, she just turned 5 months, right? Okay, see, I got it right, Jasmine, this time. I got it right.
Thank you.
But also, she was in an early stage, or is still in the early stages of grieving. Her husband passed back in December of last year. The amazing, phenomenal comedian out of Philadelphia, who was recognized on the BET Awards throughout the city, Mr. Chris Cotton. And I've been so inspired by her. We've been so inspired by her. And so, to T's point, this box is to offer compassion to you in those times, because it is a sensitive time. And while we know it is not a replacement at all, it is just our way, and the person who purchased it for you is their way of showing that they love you and they are thinking about you. So thank you so much to L and T for the efforts that y'all put into coming up with that one as well. So we're going to backtrack a little to the pregnancy side, because, that's where many of this begins. And we should also say, while we do have those stages of pregnancy, first, second, and third, Jasmine has been very intentional as well, and I'll let her talk about it, but she's been very intentional to also have items that you can supply to someone who may even be going through a surrogate, who may have utilized in vitro, things like that. So Jazz, you want to talk about the pregnancy stages box, that first through third trimester, and who did you have in mind? What did you have in mind, I should say, in curating the content for those?
All right, so you all know that we have our first trimester box, and that is our we can keep your secret box, right? We know that during your first trimester, you're not really trying to tell anybody what's going on. It's like a well-kept secret, okay? But we're telling you, 3 of us is telling you that it's share your secret with us. I'm not going to name any names of who can keep your secret, but I will just say
that's the shame.
that 3 of us can keep your secret, okay?
So they're gonna tell me anyway, and I'm on in text, so you might as well tell me too.
So in your first trimester box, we still want you to feel pretty. We know that your body is starting to change. So we definitely just want to make sure that we're keeping some things in mind, such as you keeping your skin together, that you still have a stylish piece of jewelry on. We know that you probably is not really thinking about doing your hair too much. So we're making sure that you keep a nice little wrap or a headband or something in there. But we also want to make sure that you are journaling and sharing all of your thoughts and feelings during your pregnancy stages. So we definitely want to make sure that we have that box specially catered towards you.
Aww.
Then we have our second trimester box. And we know that during that time, your skin is really going through the different changes. So we want to make sure one of the things that you're going to notice that is consistent through all of our boxes is that we are a big fan of making sure your skin stays together.
Mm-hmm.
We are a big fan because we got all this melanin going on. So we can't be letting that get all messed up. So we are always making sure that you have some type of shea butter in there, something that's going to oil you up or something. Like, we want to make sure that skin stays perfect. So you will always find some type of skincare in your box. Also, in our second trimester box, we want you to be able to share your bump with people. So we do have nice little bump photo prompts that you're able to use to show off your bump as well to the world, because we know that is a huge thing that we like to do because we like to take pictures. So we make sure that we have that content in there for you as well. We also want you to relax your feet, your foot soak, and you can make sure that you're relaxing your feet because we know that you might start swelling a little bit, So we want to make sure that you are good with your feet. We also put a nice little universal oversized wrap in there. So that way, if you don't really feel like getting dressed and you want to throw your little tank top on, grab your little big oversized scarf, wrap it around you, wear it as a skirt.
And yes, it does fit plus size. It does fit plus size.
Oh, it does.
Around the neck, though, not as the skirt part.
I was going to say something else. I'll leave it.
Leave it alone. That's for another. Save it for Friday.
But guess what? We definitely just want to make sure that you look cute, right? That you are looking cute. And again, we still have a journal in there for you to kind of journal all of your feelings and all of your baby dreams that you could also start to have during that second trimester. Then we have our third trimester, and we know that you are getting ready to pop. Okay? We know that baby is getting ready to come. But we still, again, be cute. We know you still ain't thinking about your hair. We got you covered. We also got a cute little earring in there as well, too. You're going to have your body butters in there. I think we may even have something in there for the baby in there, if I'm not mistaken, a little mug. Look at that Coco Mom mug.
You get your Coco Mom mug and a candle.
You get a candle. So we now, at this point, we want you to really start relaxing because we know it's about time for you to bust. And we want you to be intentional about relaxing and really taking care of yourself and getting prepared for that baby to arrive.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jazz, for going through those stages. And we all had an opportunity to have a conversation about these and collectively agree on these. Because again, as we said in the beginning, and as T echoed, this was a collaborative effort. Shout out again to Elle, who has been our little elf in Elle, I'm not coming at you for your size, I promise. I'm like, worker bee.
Well, I was about to say, get her.
Worker bee. She has absolutely been, is a diamond in the rough. She has given us ideas, the ideas that we have come up with and that she has come up with. She has brought vision to life in her amazing items that she creates, because for those of you who may not know, Elle has a custom apparel line. She is a hairdresser extraordinaire. She's probably not doing as many events right now, but she has an event planning business, all of that stuff. So I'm going to give Elle a chance to kind of comment on what it meant to her to create these items during this season. But the final box that we're going to talk about is our postpartum box, curated by the world's greatest mom. Yeah.
See, of course, because she can control what it says.
Right. Because I hold on, wait a minute. We're in agreement. We talked about this at rehearsal.
Sorry, too late. It's already up. Can't take it down. Can't take it down. Don't worry about it.
Agreeing that she was the world's greatest mom.
Let's move on.
Jasmine, come on, Jasmine. Come on, Jasmine, because she can't do this. Come on, Jazz. There we go.
You know what? If I didn't think I would accidentally end this broadcast, I'd kick y'all out. I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to keep calm and carry on. The postpartum box, which Elle definitely helped me out with tremendously, and the ladies had some great feedback on. So this baby, this bundle of joy that you have, thank God, is here. Whether you birthed it, whether someone birthed him or her for you on your behalf, whether you adopted, again, all those different ways that you can become a mom. Just like he said, this box is for you, and it's to celebrate you. It is to celebrate your significant other if you're sharing that time with that person, with your husband as well, your boyfriend as well. And so that's exactly what the intention was. Now, a kid box, a baby box, a dad box, those are all on the way, as you will see on the website. But this box is for our dope mom. And so
wait. You gotta say it again, because that is a dope box. Okay.
Yo, can I get
what box is it? What box is
it? Dope mom box. Okay. So Elle has this amazing one of her lines. One of the lines that she curates is dope. She's branding it. Don't try to take it. It's hers. It's on lock, stock. It's trademarked, her design. But it is to represent exactly what you are, is that dope mom. So we have a bib in there for the baby, because, you know, dope mom, dope baby. If you happen to get the one with the t-shirt, we got a dope t-shirt in there for you, Dad. We didn't forget about you. But we also have a really cute teething bead necklace in there that you could get. And you can even get a personalized one. So if grandmom is like, well, I want a necklace too, or, you know, auntie is like, well, when baby comes with me, you know, when they start teething, I want one. You can get one that's personalized, but we have a teething bead necklace in there for you that will complement any of your ensembles. Like Jasmine said, we have a cute little headband in there that you can also wear. We actually have a little clutch in there, because we all know once baby comes, your cute handbags typically go out the window. And so you end up throwing your stuff in something to go into the baby bag. So we got a cute little wallet, a little clutch in there that you can put some things in and go ahead and put that into your put that in your baby bag if you need to. And so the idea was, again, to make sure that we were being intentional. We have a shower steamer in there. We have some shea butter, because to Jazz's point, we still want to make sure you're keeping up with that skincare. And we even have a water bottle in there, because especially if you're a nursing mom, we know water intake is huge. And even if you're not a nursing mom, water intake is huge. I'll stop and do a quick plug right there. Make sure you stick with us through the month of, well, always, but especially in the month of August. At the end of August is Black Breastfeeding Week. And we're going to be doing some amazing stuff, especially in our region. So make sure you stay connected with us. But that's who was in mind. I suffered from postpartum depression. So we have some tips in there about using your resources. And then again, you come back to the website, and that's maybe your first introduction to the website, but you come back and we are there and present for you to give even more resources. So that's our postpartum box. Yes, T.
So I had a question coming from my watch party, and folks wanted to know, actually Victoria wanted to know, do sister moms and aunt moms count in this momming situation?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
What you said, John? Aunt moms and sister moms. Are the aunt moms and the sister moms and the cousin moms and counting? So my response to her and to everybody, and I'm sure you ladies will agree, that, you know, the Coco Bump is for any mom, the whatever way you momming it, we're here for you.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
And that's
definitely.
Again, that's why we wanted to make sure the contents, again, were universal. Now, they are for you. They are gifted to you to celebrate whatever stage that you are in. But we are all women. And so in some capacity, we were just talking about earlier how we birth things. Elle and I were talking about it as well. And Sophia Monique and I were talking about it, how we are givers of life as women. And so in the literal sense and the figuratively, and God has given us that. So if you are momming your village in some capacity, that's exactly what this is for, and it's for you. So not to steal, but it's not stealing. We're just saying it's for us, by us. I'm not saying we're FUBU, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
There you go. I'm sorry. But I know she probably has some blue things to tend to. So I'm going to come back to Elle. But as our kind of final question, as we're wrapping up today, just
wait a minute, don't forget to talk about the self-care box.
Oh, I almost thank you. See, self-care. All right. So we also have, there she is. Okay, perfect timing. That gives us time. So also have a self-care box. So I told you guys that the kid box, the dad box, the baby box are on their way. But the other boxes, actually, there's a self-care box, and that's got some cute stuff in it. Foot soaks, candles, a little nail polish, and it's a she nail polish. That line, she is fit for a queen. A little hair accessory, even an eye pillow that you can kind of warm in the microwave and lay on your eyes to relax. Please don't get it super hot. We are not responsible if you burn yourself with this eye pillow. I promise you, we're not. And
say that part again. Say that part again.
You're not responsible if you hurt yourself using any of these items. Please use wisdom. Please ask questions. As you do not ingest anything. We don't have anything in here to eat, except for the first trimester that has a couple ginger chews. That's it. So if you get something like, oh, this look like this might taste good, it's not from us. We didn't do that because there's nothing in there.
If you know you're allergic to ginger, don't even do it.
If you're allergic to ginger or stuff that comes with ginger, don't do it. Just a disclaimer there. But yes, we have our self-care box, and we have it in 2 different versions. We have a one that's a larger content box with multiple items, and then we have one that includes like a few items that's just enough to kind of make sure that you stay connected to yourself and put yourself first, as Jazz has said.
Absolutely. So as you know, we already told y'all we are a firm believer that self-care is not selfish. So
yes,
after you've gotten all of your other boxes and the baby is now like 5 or 6 years old running around the pots and they don't need you no more, get yourself that self-care box. Okay.
Well, I can get that.
You don't have to find that time.
Yes, you can get that now with your teenager.
I was thinking about that dope mom box. Like, what's the age limit like for that dope box? Because I kind of wanted to be a dope mom, and I don't think I could probably trick her into wearing that bib though.
You can use the bib as a nice little white cloth. You can
just lay them baby hairs back on TikTok. I want to be a dope mom.
Yeah, I think a dope mom. We all are them, and we're striving to be them every way. That self-care box, you can get, especially if you're the person ordering for someone, go ahead and order yourself a self-care box. Why not?
Exactly. Why not?
So, and then truthfully, the last box we have right now that's available is the Build Your Own box. So we know as much as you appreciate the items that we've selected and things that have been curated, you may want to get a little crafty in it. So it's not specific types of items that you would get, but it's a genre and the categories of items that you can select, like hair accessories, if you want to look into that. We have wellness items, body items, activities like Jasmine mentioned about the journaling, but there's also coloring sheets that you may want or things like that could show up in that box. So that Build Your Box, you can customize it your way, and you can put those items in there from home, style, baby essential, relief, body, activity. So those are some of the categories.
So T, there you go. You can just build yourself a dope box.
Oh yeah, there you go.
What we know as women is that we like to build our own stuff. And so this is the prime opportunity. You might not be able to build that spouse or that partner that you got. You can build that care package for yourself afterwards. I'm just saying.
Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again.
You get to check these boxes and pay for what you got. So you can't blame us. Get you something. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Oh gosh, Elle. So to chime in with you a little, what did this mean to you to create these items for these boxes as we start to kind of wrap up? What did this project mean to you? What did it mean to you?
This project was so awesome. When you first mentioned it to me, I was secretly pregnant. So I loved everything that you were talking about. And I was like, oh yeah, I think people would like blah, 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 just thinking about like, what would I like, you know? And so it's just like super dope and super amazing because I feel like there's like finally there's something for us. You know what I mean? And I can make the things and create the things with you guys' ideas. Even like thinking about that, the shirt that T came up with and the message behind it. And then like how we kind of took our own little spin and was like, oh, instead of, we can put like a little heart and like, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that. So just like with my creative mind, just thinking about things that other women would like and just putting our own little spin to personalize it and make it something that we would like. It means a lot to be able to use my creativity to help. It's like a ministry for me to help to bless other people.
I love it. I love it. What about you, T? What did this project mean to you?
This project means to me a breakthrough, a breaking of generational. I don't even want to say curses because that would be that's cruel, but generational
trauma.
Ooh, that's a big word. But I'm letting go of it. And I told my daughter this morning, you know, that today's a big day. Today is the day that we change the dynamic of our family. And the launch of this project is that it is me changing the dynamic for her and her kids and her generations beyond, of breaking through this cycle of trauma and realizing that we can't look out to other people to bring stuff to us. I mean, we have all the information amongst us. And so this project to me means sisterhood. It means progression. It means bringing new life. It means shedding old life, and moving forward and showing people that, you know, we as women can work together. You haven't had any drama-filled moment with 4 independent and, you know, Alexia, you said at the top of the show, like we all have our own world rotating around this project. And I just want to shout out that like this has been just a pleasure and a joy to work with you ladies on and bring this project to life. And so I just love all 3 of y'all, like for real.
Yes. We
and
love you too. Oh God.
Yes.
Miss Divine, Coco Mom, the Coco Diva. What did this project mean to you?
This project was something that was definitely near and dear to my heart. I know that when I gave birth to my first child, my mother wasn't around when it happened. And while I did have sisters who had already had children, I still wasn't sure on how I was supposed to navigate my journey of pregnancy without my mother being around. And I think that even when I went through giving my second child up for adoption, that was a scary time for me. And I really didn't know what to do. And even through that time, I dealt with postpartum depression because of that. I wasn't sure if I was making those right decisions, if that was the right thing to do. And I kept it a secret, you know, about that decision that I made. And I think that if this was something that was in place back then, I probably would have felt comfortable reaching out to women that look like me to say, hey, this is what I'm going through. Do you guys have resources, or who can I talk to, or how do I navigate this? So this is definitely something that is really important to me. I definitely think that we have something that will be able to support women that looks like us. We'll be able to share our stories with them. We'll be able to provide a support system, a sisterhood for them as well too. I can just already see where we're going to go with Coco Bump. I can just already see all of the amazing things that we will bring to other women's lives who may not know that they need it. And here we are delivering something to them that they'll be like, oh, snap. Yes, I needed it and didn't know that I needed it. Or somebody in their family might say, yeah, you need this, but you don't know you need it. So let me purchase it for you and open you up to this new world. You know, so I am really, really excited about this. I think that we are all dope moms, even though we will all have our dope mom shirts to prove it. But I think that this is a really beautiful thing. Lexi, this was your dream. And I'm just glad that all three of us was able to play a huge role in bringing this and helping you bring this to light for everyone.
I'm glad I didn't get fired early.
I'm so glad because I wasn't sure if you was gonna make it. Never.
I'm glad that y'all are ADA compliant and that y'all giving to my, because I'm a disabled.
So please note, we hire disabled veterans. You know, we have a disabled veteran. You know, I will open to it. I am this project, as you ladies know, means the world to me. And the best way I can describe the feeling that I have right now is so many ways that I can echo this. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths lead to peace. She is life to those who hold her, and those who hold her close are blessed, which is Proverbs 3, verses 17 and 18. God gave me that scripture at the top of this year. Even with everything that was going on and spiraling around me and around us, I see my sisters who are hurting, directly close to me hurting because of losses. I see them confused throughout pregnancy. I know I was. And then coming out of pregnancy, even trying to transition into, even if this isn't your first child, just trying to transition back into having a new life that's in your hands. I know what that's like. And so it was important as I listened, because that's what it was, just listening to myself and those who were around me. I knew that this was God sending me and then us into ministry. So, you know, our mission has been made very clear, but just in case you're unsure, our mission is to help reduce race-related disparities in maternal health while offering grief support for moms who have experienced the loss of a baby or loved one. We are cultivating a Coco mom community. We believe and uplift mothers passionately, loving on our moms with gifts, guidance, and compassion to our brown women throughout all stages of their pregnancy and beyond. So, again,
I'm so excited when she even says that.
It's real. It's real. It's real. Write the vision, make it plain. Write the vision. This is making it plain. And we thank you guys for joining us. We thank you guys for this journey that we're going to go on together. Please make sure that you follow us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. We are Coco Bump. So if you start typing that in, you'll see the little purple black, the black chick with the afro and the purple dress on with the little bump.
That was me. They cut my
Don't nobody look as dope as her. Don't nobody look as dope as her.
Oh no.
She's trying to tell us that it's her. It was made after the image.
Oh, created in her image. Likeness. Got it.
We're anyway before the girl.
We are on YouTube, so make sure you go check out. We got our unboxings on YouTube with songs and stuff like that. We do not own the rights to those songs, and all the songs are listed in there. So don't nobody try to sue us. Beyonce, Snoop, none of that. We don't want to hear it.
And we don't got it.
Thanks to everybody who has joined us today or as we kick off this journey. Stay connected with us. Again, we got a lot of new things that are coming for the rest of the weekend as we celebrate our launch. And thank you so much for joining us again on the way out. Why don't we just, anything else you ladies want to say before we go?
I do. I want to tell these folks, hit that share button. Hit that share button, share with your village and have them share with their village. Challenge your folks to share this word because we share a bunch of foolishness. Yeah. This is something positive and we're doing something good. So help us out. Share the word.
Thank you. And on our way out with our beautiful Queen Bee, Coco.
See, I'll take a cheers to you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Elle. Cheers to you, Alexia.
And Blue is having the cheers right now, too.
Yes, Blue.
And shout out to all the watch parties that joined us tonight.
Officially launched. We are launched. Woo!
like that